Hello friends, I am Sunil Ranjan Mukul and I am an English teacher. Well, here I am giving you the summary of Dr. Faustus, which is written by Christopher Marlowe. Well, I begin here. Dr. Faustus is a German scholar who gets dissatisfied with the limits of traditional forms of knowledge, logic, medicine, law, and religion. He decides to learn the practice of magic. His friends Faustus and Cornelius instruct him in the black arts. He summons up Mephistopheles, the devil. Mephistopheles warns him about the horrors of hell, but Faustus tells the devil to go back to his master, Lucifer, with an offer of Faustus' soul in exchange for 24 years of service from Mephistopheles. Faustus' servant Wagner has learned some magic. He uses it to get a clown named Robin into his service. Mephistopheles comes back to Faustus and tells him that Lucifer has accepted Faustus' offer. Faustus worries and wonders if he should repent and save his soul. Finally, he agrees to the deal and signs it with his blood. As he does so, the words Homo fuge in Latin for "O man, fly" appear on his arm. Faustus has second thoughts, but Mephistopheles offers him rich gifts and a book of magic to learn. Later, Mephistopheles answers all of his questions about the nature of the world, but refuses to answer when Faustus asks him who made the universe. This refusal worries Faustus, but Mephistopheles and Lucifer bring in 7 deadly sins to prance about in front of Faustus and impress him. Their doing so clears his doubts. With Mephistopheles by his side and armed with his new powers, Faustus begins to travel. He goes to the Pope's court in Rome and plays a series of tricks by being invisible. He disturbs the Pope's banquet by stealing food and boxing the Pope's ears. After this, he travels through the courts of Europe. His fame spreads as he goes. He is invited to the court of the German Emperor Charles V, who is the enemy of the Pope. The Emperor asks Faustus to allow him to see Alexander the Great, the famous Macedonian king and conqueror. Faustus calls up an image of Alexander, and Charles is impressed. When a knight makes fun of Faustus' powers, Faustus punishes him by making horns grow from his head. Getting angry, the knight vows revenge. In the meantime, Robin, Wagner's clown, has also learned some magic. With his fellow stable boy Raphael, he plays a number of comic misadventures. At one point, he even summons Mephistopheles, who threatens to punish them for their foolishness by turning them into animals. Faustus travels further. He plays a trick on a horse courser along the way. Faustus sells him a horse that turns into a heap of straw when it is ridden into a river. Further, Faustus is invited to the court of the Duke of Venholt, where he performs various acts. The horse courser comes here with Robin, a man named Dick, and various others who have fallen victim to Faustus' trickery. But Faustus casts spell on them and sends them on their way. Such an act of his amuses the Duke and the Duchess. When the 24 years of his deal with Lucifer come to a close, Faustus begins to fear his approaching death. He asks Mephistopheles to call up Helen of Troy, the famous beauty from the ancient world. He uses her presence to impress a group of scholars. An old man urges Faustus to repent, but Faustus drives him away. Then Faustus summons Helen again and praises her beauty. When Faustus tells the scholars about his pact, they get scared and decide to pray for him. On the final night before the end of the 24 years, Faustus is overcome by fear and guilt. He begs for mercy, but it is too late. At midnight, devils appear and carry his soul off to hell. In the morning, the scholars find Faustus' limbs and decide to arrange a funeral